This is GerotheHero, and this is my review of Bungou Stray Dogs, Episode 2 of Season 2. Oda takes care of the orphans from a dispute. Danzai calls him weird for doing that, but Oda says, "At least I'm not as weird as you," which was pretty funny. Danzai found out some information about Mimic, that they seem to be former soldiers, and that their leader can control these veterans. We also find out that they're coming from Europe to Japan for a certain reason, but we haven't figured that out yet. Danzai is ordered to make anti-mimic defenses and sets traps all around the city. We also find out that Ango was confirmed to be the one that passed the code to Mimic for them to steal from the warehouse. We also find out from information in records of the Port Mafia that 2 years ago, Ango went to Europe, and they're guessing that's when he decided to betray the Port Mafia. So when they met him for the first time, he was keeping track of the dead, and this could have been the start of his betrayal because he started taking down the information of all the Port Mafia members that were dead, and he wasn't necessarily supposed to, but he gives an excuse that the Port Mafia boss said it was okay, which was kind of iffy. I mean, they really didn't check it out. I mean, they kind of said, well, we're going to take you to a certain place and find out if that's true or not. And that's the first time they take him to that bar. Later in the next scene, we find out after Danzai's trap goes well and he's able to capture some of the Mimic guys. Later on, we see a scene where these Mimic guys are all dead. We find out that one of the Mimic members was able to get conscious, and he managed to kill 3 of the other Mimic guys. But unluckily, Akutagawa kills the remaining Mimic soldier that was left and ruined the chance to get info. And this is the first time we see the wrath of Danzai. Danzai catches him off guard, and with the intention to kill, he triggers Akutagawa's defensive powers. Danzai tells all the Mafia men that Oda could have done way better, and that it takes strength not to kill people. Also that if Oda ever did get serious and decided to start killing people, that everyone, including himself, in that room would be killed by him. So in the next scene, Oda, with the help of Danzai's information, figures out where Ango is and rescues him with his powers. Ango's story is that he's a double agent. He explains that the boss is named Gita, that he has a very powerful skill, and that Mimic is composed of old soldiers that can't let go of war. Also, that Mimic wants to destroy the Port Mafia. Ango leaves with Mimic, but tells Oda that everything he told him was true. Now this is where I go into theories of what might happen next episode. We know that Ango has been getting info about the Port Mafia, possibly to defeat them, and it's been maybe 2 years, so he might have already known how to defeat Oda. And also, it's kind of funny that 2 years ago he met Danzai and Oda, and maybe that wasn't a coincidence. I'm kind of curious if Ango is really dead, because if the poison is a power, we already know that Danzai can counter powers. And also, we never confirmed that the Port Mafia boss actually knows that Ango is a double agent. I mean, for all we know, all those things that he told them could have been lies. I mean, I got that sense that it could have gone either way. I mean, if he still is a double agent, him killing Oda would still prove his loyalty, and he could still get information. But, I mean, if he is a bad guy, then he's done a good job of hiding himself in the Port Mafia. We'll have to see in next episode if Oda did in fact die. It's something you probably should hold out on, because until we actually see and they confirm that he's dead in the next episode, no one's for sure dead in either TV shows or anime. It's just a common thing. So he might have survived, or he may get saved by Danzai. Who knows? But this was a really great episode. I'm kind of wondering how long we're going to be in the past, or if this whole season is going to be mostly in the past, like maybe half of it, and then eventually we'll know about the guild. I'm guessing there's a connection between Mimic and the guild, because I mean, they said that this organization was coming from overseas, and then Europe, and then Japan. I mean, it's kind of coincidental that in the last season, the guild was coming from America, and they show up in Japan. So we'll have to see. So like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.